Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Mar Project. Mara Chua here, and welcome back to another episode of Peaches Reviews Pages, the official blog tie-in version of my book blog called Peach Pink Pages. So, excuse the loud air conditioning in the background. I really do not know why the AC keeps doing that. That is why I have to keep switching different microphones. And as of right now, I'm once again back to using my AirPods. So, excuse the noise. So, let's begin. Cats, such magical, interesting creatures that have set foot on our planet for billions of years now. Or at least, I don't know when cats were first brought into existence. Yet, I don't think we deserve them because of how special they are to us. And in another Japanese novel, like Nagi Shimena's Messenger Cat Café, we're about to meet a tabby cat with a purpose and brand new future in the afterlife. So, Messenger Cat Cafe follows the story of Fuuta, a tabby cat who has recently crossed the bridge into the afterlife. What if you had a chance to speak to your loved ones again? For Fuuta, he has a simple request to see his beloved hooman, Michiru. Again, I will be butchering all of these names, so I'm really sorry. In a realm between the land of the living and the land of the ones who passed is Café Pont, run by Nijiko, a human woman who assigns messenger cats to deliver messages to humans who wish to meet their late loved ones. So Café Pont, pont is actually the French word for bridge. So basically it is a cafe that exists in between both lands. In the story, there are two general settings, the land of the blue and the land of the green. The land of the blue is basically heaven or the afterlife, and the land of the green is the living world. Fuuta will go on a quest to complete 5 different tasks from 5 different customers who want to deliver messages. From attending an art gallery to tracking down an ex-boyfriend, Fuuta will have quite the adventure. If you love tabby cats going on magical and heartwarming adventures, you may also want to meet Tiger from Susuke Natsukawa's The Cat Who Saved Books, wherein Tiger takes a teenage hikikomori to defeat villains who are against the power of reading. Or maybe you prefer quest forgers, aside from Nijiko, like Sayuri and her magical library of Michiko Aoyama's What You're Looking For is in the library. And I've made book blog posts on both of them, the latter a YouTube blog version. But you already know at this point that I've fallen in love with Japanese novels and how fantastic and beautiful their stories are. Messenger Cat Cafe will be another one of them. Shout out to my partner Jerome for gifting me this book. Also, since this is another hardcover book, just wanted to say the cover is really nice and very smooth. Now let's get into it. Fuuta accepts his mission to become one of many messenger cats. However, his new mission comes with a price. By touching living souls with his tail, his magic will temporarily activate a message that the human must deliver to the client. Fuuta must be careful on which human he touches to deliver a message. Otherwise, it can cause confusion, especially if the message placed is an important one. That and messenger cats must keep a low profile. If they are spotted, they may arouse fear and disrupt the balance between both worlds. For Fuuta's first task, he must head out to an art gallery wherein a woman wishes to see her late father before her opening day. Yuzu Minami's artworks have earned a spot at an exhibit. From the interactions Fuuta watched from sneaking around the land of the green, he learns that Yuzu is a lonely woman who still feels unaccomplished despite everything she has worked hard for. He also learns of some details about Yuzu's father's memorial services, and it makes it easier for him to find the man, a 72-year-old Soichi Minami. Again, I'm sorry, I keep butchering all of these names. So, Mr. Minami relaxes at a bench in a quiet neighborhood, and Fuuta learns that those who cross into the afterlife can alter their appearance at any age they want. And Mr. Minami appeared to be the cat as a man in his 40s instead of a very old man. The two had an easy conversation as Mr. Minami happily expressed his regard and praise for his daughter's continuous success. Like Yuzu, Mr. Minami was into the arts, photography to be exact. With Mr. Minami's soul captured by Fuuta, he needed to find the right person to strike his tale with and deliver the message. Originally, he would have passed it on to Isobe, Yuzu's editor and close friend, or a fan of Yuzu's works. But a little boy would accidentally brush his leg against Fuuta's tail. Although Fuuta thought of it as a mistake, the boy, Yohito, would end up successfully delivering that message. "I like this one," he exclaimed, stopping in his tracks to admire one in particular. He glanced up at Yuzu, who had been following him. She smiled. "Really? Thank you. This painting is of the lotus field I used to visit with my father when I was a child." Just as I started to wonder if she'd ever mentioned that fact before, Yohito shaped a rectangle out of his pointer fingers and thumbs. He held it to his eye and whispered, "Click!" Yuzu's eyes widened in surprise, as if recognizing the gesture. She then turned her eyes downward, happiness flooding into them. Her soft hooded gaze resembled her father's. His first mission was a success! Fuuta is ready to accomplish his second task. Find a chocolate cake for a lonely couple whose child passed away due to stillbirth. This chapter was my favorite one because it genuinely drove me to tears. Hizuru Soshigaya lost her daughter before she and her husband Minoru could ever meet her. Hizuru would have named her Himi. In a new challenge, Fuuta must find a child that does not exist and has not existed in the land of the green for 6 years now. As Himi's supposed birthday nears, a broken Hizuru still tries to heal from her loss, of which her husband has grown to refuse to accept, from buying school supplies and now even a birthday cake. Exploring Hizuru's workplace, Fuuta learns that she is a school teacher and often dreams of having seen her daughter grow up and study where she could teach too. This gives Fuuta an idea to pass Himi's soul onto a student or teacher who is close with Hizuru. Two of Hizuru's students, Mio and her sister, talk about a chocolate cake, which Hizuru believed Himi would have loved. When the girls approach their favorite teacher about this, Hizuru is moved by their conversation and sees this as a sign that Himi is safe in heaven, all grown up. When Hizuru comes home, Minoru has a change of heart and decides that he would like to buy some gifts for Himi to honor her. Colored pencils with Himi's name engraved into it. This absolutely tugged at my heartstrings. And let's take a look. Minoru sat at the dining table. "Hey, when we have a day off, do you want to buy Himi a present for entering elementary school?" he blurted. "What? We still can't buy her a backpack, but what about colored pencils or something? We can have them engraved with her name. That way, we can use them too. So as long as it's something we can use and remember her by, I think we should buy it. That kind of thing is okay." I couldn't hear Hizuru's reply. She'd started crying. Silence then returned to the room, but this time, it was different. It felt as if a soft, bubble-like aura had fallen over them. In the third chapter, Fuuta gets a strange request. A lonely wife wants to see her ex-boyfriend. This chapter made me giggle because Fuuta was an absolute savage. Fumitogo's husband, Yuji, left her for an affair with a woman half their age, Asuka Nezu. Fuuta's overall thoughts on the client's love life was a good way to lighten the mood a little. "Wipe that grin off your face," I hissed. I continued to tail him, suppressing the instinct to leap out and swipe my claws at the hem of his suit pants. I feel like a detective investigating an adultery case. The ex-boyfriend in question, Wataru Honma, isn't actually dead. He just has his own life now and Fumi is too scared to contact him directly. Wataru was a farmer boy who was charmed by a young rookie singer Fumi in college. Fuuta would, in a messy encounter, pass Wataru's soul and message onto a carpenter working at the site Fumi passed by. Wataru was hoping that someday Fumi would be happy in her life too and re-achieve the success she had in their college days. Although the message was confusing, Fumi would end up having a good laugh with the foreman. In the fourth task of Fuuta, a man wants to meet his old teacher again after a school reunion to teach him a lesson. Fuuta must deal with the vengeful former student, Susume Hirose, who wants to meet Toru Ochiai from an elementary school. Nijiko tests Fuuta's abilities as a messenger cat by making him deliver a message in a different manner, by taking a piece of Susuma's soul and delivering it directly to Mr. Ochiai, but the message must be spoken by the teacher to a third party. In other words, it's a reverse version of what Fuuta has done in his past 3 tasks. Despite the absurdity and specific request that wasn't even properly filled out, Fuuta decides to go for it as for each task he completes, Nijiko gives him a special cat treat and a paw print stamp for his collection. To Fuuta's surprise, Mr. Ochiai is a tough teacher to deal with. He's like the equivalent of my university's feared terror professors. And he teaches kids. Fuuta overhears that Mr. Ochiai became a teacher because he was left with no choice but to do so. Meanwhile, Mr. Ochiai had pretended to be nonchalant, flipping through their graduation album. One of the attendees had brought it out of nostalgia. It had the photos and names of everyone in their class. He avoided their gazes and desperately searched for the name. The Susumu Hirose depicted in the photo resembled the young man who stood in front of him. But even the photo didn't jog his memory. He couldn't recall a child like him, which proved how much he hadn't taken notice of him. These thoughts arrived from when Fuuta brushed his tail against the teacher, to which Mr. Ochiai would soon start to express and experience guilt and remorse for how he treated his students, before and until now. Despite being belittled as a kid, Mr. Hirose is a successful CEO of a company now. Even if tough love is a normal means of encouraging others to succeed, another hilarious chapter of Chimeno's novel paints the message equivalent to, "Be careful who you call ugly in middle school." Through his experience, all Fuuta had to do was listen attentively while rolling around in a playground. Between his tasks, Fuuta meets a woman with an interesting story. She stole something from her childhood best friend. Despite the woman's peaceful and happy life with her husband and her son, she feels a sense of guilt as if something is missing or something needs to be done. A feeling Fuuta knows too well after departing from Michiru and her family. Having a heart-to-heart with Nijiko and Fuuta listening makes the woman realize that she did not steal an object or a lover from her friend, but rather her dream. Both best friends wanted to open an art gallery and become successful, but only one of them was able to achieve it so far in life. This request was denied because Nijiko encouraged the woman to reconcile with her best friends and clear any misunderstandings. So, in his fifth and final task, Fuuta is about to deliver a message to and from an old mother, Satsuki Komai, in a nursing home. The client, Kozue Hosaka, struggles to face her mother who has dementia. When Fuuta meets the old lady, she mistakes him for a cat they once owned, Kuu, and she instead rambles about her son Satoru. While laying on the old lady's lap and being spoiled with cat treats, Fuuta's heart aches for the mother who had forgotten she also has a daughter. From the routines and people Fuuta has observed daily, he learns that Kozue just works at a store across from the nursing home. Although Fuuta was never able to touch his tail against Kozue or Satsuki, his interactions with both of them allowed for Satsuki to fully remember her daughter. The heartbreaking encounters make the old woman believe that her late cat returned in the form of Fuuta. "I've been keeping a secret. I have an adorable daughter," she kept going. "No parent wouldn't cherish their daughter, and yet But she seems okay now. I'm relieved. You brought her to me, didn't you?" she said. "Thank you, Ku's look-alike." Immediately upon returning to Café Pont, Nijiko is ready to present Fuuta's final reward. Now it is Fuuta's turn to be his own client, and he is finally able to meet his human family again. His soul was passed on to a delivery man who dropped off a cake at Michiru's family's home. It's Michiru's birthday, and Fuuta, as a delivery man, makes an adorable mistake that gives his human family a sign that he is still around. "Happy birthday!" I said it with every bit of my heart I could muster and handed her the box. The relief from finally saying it hit me so hard. I got drowsy. Panicked, I pressed my lips tight against each other to collect myself. "Please stamp or sign for it, meow," instead of now. And it absolutely made me cry when Michiru realized what the sign meant and also greeted the delivery man a happy birthday because Michiru and Fuuta always celebrated their birthday together. As the novel closes, Michiru turns 20. Fuuta was 19 when he crossed into the afterlife. Now that he has fulfilled his mission, Fuuta can finally have a peaceful afterlife, enjoying cat treats and especially helping others deliver messages, now as a full-time messenger cat. What an adorable tale! Get it? No? Okay. It's always the cats of these novels that make me cry because of the lessons they teach us through the powers of connections. Besides meeting a variety of characters and requests, Fuuta also spent his time learning about the other friends in his life. Nijiko, for example, works in Café Pont because, besides having the ability to exist in both lands at the same time, she lost a cat years ago. Nijiko believes that she did not treat her cat with enough love and hopes With her current profession of managing this cafe, she'll soon be able to reunite with her cat. There are also other cats Fuuta meets, like Sky, a black and white cat who also works as a messenger cat. Then there's Cutie Natsuki, a black cat who recently got the job to work as a witch's cat and now flies on broomsticks, and seems to have a fancy for Fuuta and Fuuta in return. So she's kind of like a love interest, sort of. Another cat is an unnamed tortoise shell, who was mean to Fuuta at first, but the heart-to-heart during Susumu Hiroshi's request allows Fuuta to view the tortoise shell in a new, completely different manner. The tortoise shell always lived in the streets and survived on years of avoiding being euthanized or attacked by other cats, which makes him seen as a resilient character that earns Fuuta's request. And that's the whole story! Aww, this novel was so beautiful. Each character and task presented to Fuuta gives us a glimpse of the themes tackled here: grief, missing and moving on from the past, reconciliation, and family. These 5 tasks alone were a transformative journey in Fuuta's new life as a messenger cat, which made this novel worth reading. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story as much as I did. Japanese novels are truly different. If you want to read more sweet stories and sub-stories, there is also The Convenience Store by the Sea, which I also tackled in a previous blog post. I think Machida's novel just met its match, Messenger Cat Café, as my favorite book of 2026 so far. Well, do you guys know any good Japanese novel that could easily compete with all of these books and tales I just mentioned? Tell me in the comments below. Happy reading! And that's about it for today's vlog episode. So here are all of my 4 favorite Japanese novels, all hardbound, as you can see. Yeah, so that is it for the whole vlog episode. Placeholder here. I have another favorite Japanese novel. Actually, 2 of them, but not hardbound. But yeah, I just wanted to flex. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog post. This was fun to make. I actually had to speed run this entry, but still, it was worth reading. I actually only got this book recommendation from like a post I saw on Facebook. So I was like, okay, why not add it to my TBR or my bookworm bucket list. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in another video in the next blog post. So this was Smart Chua of the Mar Project. I'll see you guys later. Bye guys, and have a pleasant evening. Alright, bye!